Hey, howdy. Welcome to Drewski Trades, where we talk about some simple stuff, break things down into an easy, simplistic way to understand. For those of you that are new to TradingView and don't really know what you're doing, we're going to talk about the TradingView Bar Replay feature here, just what it is, how to use it, why to use it. So make sure you like and subscribe so other people that are possibly lost find this video and not some other junk. So obviously I will be using the safety trade system, which is the only system that I recommend. I have used other things in the past, but this is by far everything you'd want and a bag of chips. Consistency, every symbol, crypto, every time frame, it reads everything. When I say everything, I mean everything. So who's this for? If you've never traded before, you're new to TradingView, this is for you, okay? My goal at the end is that you will know how to use the bar replay, okay? I want you to know that the bar replay is super duper important because you get to kind of speed up the way that you're seeing the charts, seeing the way that the system moves. If you're not using the safety trade system, I don't really know how to teach you how to use bar replay other than just watching a bunch of candles probably jump off, bounce around a moving average. But we're going to be using our BS detector as well as our sniper for this bar replay. Okay, so want you to know and understand how to use bar replay. Want you to know and understand how to use the safety trade system, which link is in my bio to go ahead and purchase that. And be able to move forward just understanding how to use the system and the bar replay together. Okay, all right, so just so you guys kind of understand what is bar replay. Bar replay is going to essentially let you go to random times or anything like that and be able to play an old market day, okay, and watch how the market moved. And it's really important to do that with the system because while there is paper trading is kind of in the moment, right? Trading, watching, learning how to take things, essentially in the moment. Compare it maybe to a scrimmage. I played football, right? So playing a scrimmage game and knowing that you're not going to get, completely taken out and sacked or pummeled or something like that. I play quarterback, so when we would practice and do stuff like that, we'd be able to, I knew I wasn't going to get blindsided and my head taken off. Bar replay is really like kind of walking through your plays, but in film, right? And so that's the cool part. You get to go back, play it, rewind, re-enter again, kind of watch, what shoulda, coulda, woulda. They've got some a lot better features. And so without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. So here we go. Let's see. So one thing I didn't cover in my last video, if you don't even know how to set up your charts, go to my last video first, come back here. But one thing that I forgot to kind of put is, this is where you put in all your different charts and how you want those set up. But you got to come over here and click symbol. Okay, so if you don't have that clicked and you're on your 1 hour, this one right here, and I click that, do you see how I got US 30 and I have gold? It didn't change together, right? But if I want to make sure that they both change together, because we always have two of the same chart, right? Two different time frames, we're going to click symbol, and now it's going to consistently move. When I click on this symbol, it's going to change it. So now I've got my 15, my 1 hour. So we're going to do that, okay? So, again, bar replay lets you experience the market one candle at a time. I've got market open in 30 minutes. But, essentially being able to just move through the market, okay, without paper trading, being able to see hours, and I'll kind of talk to you about that, okay? But this is where confidence in the system is going to start being built. You just got to go. And if you want to back test the system, you want to see back testing, be like, okay, does this system really work that I paid for? I mean, you should already know that by now and be convinced. But if you wanted to back test, which we do all the time, this is a great way to do it. If you're not using this system, if you're not bar replaying your strategies, you're just not getting as much practice as you should. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to come up to the top right here, and you're going to click that. It says bar replay. Simple enough. Okay, I was messing around on here because I knew they had some new features. So I'm gonna go to start new. I think it'll just ask you if you want to essentially trade. You want to come over here. This is something new. Again, they just updated this. Actually, I don't know how long ago. I haven't been bar replaying for a little while. So come over here to into trade, and we're gonna close. I want this to come down. Go away. Okay. All right, here we go. So something that you can do is you go down here and you can select the bar, you can select a date. I'm gonna be honest, the best way to do this is to just go to random bar because you don't know nothing, right? I just clicked random bar, okay? And that's just how that works, okay? So now that I am, and something good to know, when I started this, I had my 15-minute chart clicked. So right now we're gonna move in 15-minute intervals, okay? So remember, safety trade system, you always have the time frame that you're trading and your master or slash higher time frame next to you, okay? So make sure that you have these two charts and that you have the chart that you're gonna actually trade as the selected one, right? So let's say if I stop this, let me see here. Let's say I'm gonna leave, okay? And I'm gonna do this again, okay? If I click the 1 hour and I click bar replay, start new, okay? Actually, it's right there, okay? So I'm wrong. Right here, that it's kind of got 5 minutes, 15 minutes, and even when you change your time frames, I think you can take those up. But we're just gonna do 15-minute 1 hour right now because that's all you guys should really be trading as beginners, okay? And again, I'm gonna go here and we're just gonna click random bar, super random, right? Okay, now this is November of 2016, okay? I have no idea what was going on. I wasn't trading at that time. That was many, many years beforehand, okay? And so now I'm just gonna watch these snipers, okay? So for those of y'all that don't have the sniper, can't really help you much with timing, only what we're looking for, right? So what I'm looking at right now is I see that we've got, right now the 15 and 1 hour, we got cells, right? So we've got red, 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 green. So that 15-minute just happened. This was obviously a 1 hour sell that happened, right? Here we go. Red, 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 green. You can see that pink pulled down, purple pulled down, price action dropped, okay? And same thing over here. Okay, but what we're watching for is the snipers in bar replay. I just can't stress that enough. In terms of if you don't have snipers and you're just looking at your BS detector, okay, then that's fine. It's going to be a little bit harder on timing. Okay, now here is your speed, right? So again, it's 1 update per 2 seconds. So it would, if you just keep it at 1 and we press play, okay, essentially it's going to move a 15-minute candle, all right, every 1 second. And so you can see that here, right? It's moving, that's a 15-minute. So it's doing that over and over and over. And then this one is moving a little bit differently, right? Because this is 15 minutes. So every 4 seconds, our hour will change. Okay, so that's how that works, all right? And if you want to speed it up, you just come here, you're speeding it up, and now it's really moving. Okay, now we're kind of able to see things move a little bit faster. So what I like to do is I like to keep it at a higher speed until things kind of get into a place that I am comfortable, like I see something that I want to slow down, right? So right now I'm seeing that all the snipers are coming up to the top. I see that I've got a broken Bach right here, okay, on the 15-minute. I see that my my blue sniper on my 1 hour is raising up. So that means I'm not necessarily trading this 15-minute anymore because now we're going into a 1 hour sell. So it'll start to do this. Once that sniper comes up, it starts to pull up. So then I'm not trading this 15-minute, but we're going to just let it ride. And I'm just going to see what happens, right? Now I get to watch how this market is moving with this current time frame, with the snipers. Again, I can slow it down, okay, and let it do its thing. Now, if I was on a 1 hour sell, essentially I could have taken that sell as soon as that pink dropped, but I'm not doing a 1 hour, 4 hour. That would be the time frame. I'm just doing a 15-minute. So again, I'm just letting this roll, right? I'm gonna let this roll until I kind of find something that I like on a 15-minute. And so here we go. It's nice to just let it ride and roll, okay? One thing I want to point out is, you know, as you start to see, especially for your bar replays, you see how it kind of did this sell, right? Kind of came down into the channel. Look what happens as soon as that pink kind of gasses out, right? It pops back up. Okay, so got to learn to take profit. Okay, we're going to press play. I'm looking at my 15-minute, 15-minute, 15-minute. Okay, I don't like this. I wouldn't have taken that, so I'm gonna just keep going until I see something that I want. I'm actually gonna wait until I see a 15-minute buy. Okay. I'm gonna let that roll just a little bit longer, and I'm just gonna watch this piece of this market right here. I see this here, but this box broke in. Okay. Yep, we got suckered in. So again, snipers over everything. Okay. So I'm gonna leave that alone. Look at now, it's all turned red. I'm just gonna let it ride for a little bit. Now I'm seeing this 15-minute blue line come into play. So I'm interested to see if we'll get a 15-minute buy stop up to that blue line. Sure we will eventually. And this is just really good for you to see these snipers and how price action moves within the snipers, and just watching it move. I know it seems maybe really fast to you. Oh, there was news and dropped it like a rock. That would have been a great 1 hour. Obviously this was a 15-minute sell. Actually, let's go back to that. So here's the thing I want you to see. So when you kind of play this out and you see what things look like, you say, okay, got it. I've got a 15-minute sell stop here, right? So here's something that you can do if you're like, oh man, I missed it. That thing went too fast. You can come here, go to select bar, and just come right before it so you can see these snipers, okay? Now, the reality is that this is still in its 1 hour. Everything's kind of down. That blue's still high. We're gonna slow this back down because I want to see it in real time, and we just say, okay, let me see what's going on here. Okay, pink is rising up. I've actually got a high blue here, so this isn't technically within our sniper rules for a 15-hour, but excuse me, we can still make it work. I'm using the histograms, realizing and seeing what's going on over here, which again, if you have the system, we can see that it is creating a gap. It likes to fill in those gaps. So I'm not even going to use this right now. Let's just see how this works. Okay, got pink at the top. Now let's say that, you know, again, this is 15 minutes, right? So let's say, now I can kind of slow this down. This is how you'll input your actual order. Okay, so you'll come over here. Let's say we're taking a sell. You're going to click sell. If you have your buttons and everything set up to the way that I mentioned in my video before. Okay, now this is something we remember in safety trade system. We always take a stop, sell stop or buy stops. Okay, that means that if it's a sell, I cannot take a sell stop above price action. Okay, on a sell. It has to be below. That's what makes it a stop. Okay. There's limit orders, right? And the limit would be here. So what I'd be saying is if price comes up and touches me here on a sell, then I want it to go down. But we don't use those. Okay. We use stops, which means that my price has to be below. You can see it doesn't let you do it. Okay. Can't because you can't. Okay. So I'm going to place this here. Okay. And then how many units I want to do. So I'm going to pull 5. I'm using I'm using regular gold, so I don't know what the conversion ratio is. Let's just do 20. Okay, and I'm going to put sell. Now that I've pressed that, I'm going to slow this down a little bit because I want to be able to react to what's going on. And so then I'm going to press play again. So now we're just going to watch it. Okay. Okay, it's moving. It's moving. Now we always follow these trades. And now I've got all this at the top. Look at the pinks reloaded. Okay, if you're using the safety trade system, we want the hanging lights, right? like you hang lights at your house. It's come under this EMA, come back up and touched, even went past it. That's great. It's what we want to look for. Okay, we got red, 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 green. Now remember, our earliest point of entry is off of this orange, okay, and then or right there in the channel. So I'm gonna be a little bit, aggressive, okay, and then I'll move that, which you can do according to your rules. I'm gonna press play. Okay, now something that's a little bit different in this bar replay is that you can't put your stop loss beforehand. When we set stops, we do that, or if you can wait till you get engaged. So now that I'm engaged, so I'm in right here, okay, I'm gonna take this stop loss, and we always go to the pivot point, which is right there. This is our pivot, this is where it turned, but we're gonna go plus some, okay? You don't put it right there on the edge. It's a bad way to lose because things will come up a little bit above. So it depends on where you're at, all right? This is a pretty small little number, this 20 right here, so I might do a different one so you guys can see the power of it, but regardless, let's let that roll. And now I'm gonna speed it up, okay? So now I wanna let things roll a little bit, all right? Here we go. Okay, now, you see how fast that turns, okay? This is why sometimes speeding up or being able to do select bar and then slowing things down is not a bad idea. But when you do that, obviously it got me out. So you always can go back and play it again. Let's actually go to futures on this. Okay. Because I understand futures numbers. Okay, so I'm gonna put in a sell. Okay, stop. Okay, bring my stop right here. Okay, sell. We have it at 5. I'm just gonna let that thing roll a little bit. Watch till I'm engaged, which we know it's gonna engage here. Okay, okay, now I'm gonna bring my stop loss. I can put it right there. I'm gonna put a take profit right about here. Let's see what happens, okay? So now I'm watching and watching, okay? Now that pink is all the way at the bottom. See how the pink's at the bottom? It came down, reloaded. Okay, we're just gonna let this go. Here we go. Now I wanna see, oh, there it is. Hit my take profit, okay? There it is. Okay, so that's how you essentially do this. All right. On a buy, it's the opposite, right? So I'm gonna do another random bar and see if you can find a different market that's happening right now. We just missed one. Sometimes I like to do this where I just click random bar until I find something I'm really looking for to test it out and play. Okay, this looks good. All right, I got a high blue, I got this on the move. It may not play the way I want it to or what I'm looking for, but again, this is for practice, right? Just clicking random and then letting it roll. I'm gonna put this at 3, click play, and I'm just watching it. I'm just watching snipers, okay? I'm watching, okay, we got price action. Again, see I was at 3. So now I'm gonna come here and I'm like, hold on. I wanna see what this looked like when we were here. I wanna slow this down, back down to 5. Now our rules for the sniper is, right, higher time frame blue high, pink and purple low, at least the pink, and all of our snipers here we want low, and when that pink crosses the blue on the way up, then we want to get in. So I'm watching, now we're looking up here, we're looking, okay. Now I paused it because I'm saying, okay, where are we? Okay, I've got these here low, okay, I've got blue high, but that hasn't moved down yet, right? So I'm not ready yet. So I'm gonna click play and keep going. I do like that it retraced back to its channel, right? Like I always tell people, okay, on the buys, we want those lily pad hops, okay? See how it keeps retracing, lily pad, okay, frogging. Okay, I like that this is coming to here, but let's see how this plays out. Now, I don't like the way that this is. This is not according to our rules, so I'm gonna let it play out. It's not ready yet. Okay, I like that this is down, but this is not, maybe I would have taken that and input there, but I'm not going to go against any rules here for sure. Okay, but you can see the buy stop. You can see the pink crosses the blue. Price action comes up. Okay, this is still on its way down. So I think there might be a retracement here coming. Let's see what happens. There it is. Look at that. Okay. This is why it's really important for you guys in your bar replays and as you're trading that once you see that pink start to get to the top, it's losing its gas. It's losing its momentum. Okay. All right. Okay, so I'm going to let this do what it should be doing. This is much better. Okay. We kind of already got into our channel area, but the pinks are nice down low. I'm going to wait till that's all the way down. See if we can get a better entry here, because I don't think it's done. There we go. Again, this is why snipers are worth their weight in gold. It's telling me that it's not ready yet, right? So you can see, I mean, but there's money to be made, right? Here, again, here. Every time that sniper crossed that blue, look at, there's money to be made. So you can say, Andrew, you're leaving money on the table. Sure. But I'm also trying to make sure that I'm not starting a... Now this would have been better. You see how these are down here at the bottom? But I don't want to start a culture of you guys not listening to the rules, okay? This really should be down at the bottom. I mean, that pink is pretty much already there. Look, it's saying it's at 4.7. It can only go as low as 0, right? So now if I was like, no, that's what I'm looking for right here, right? Actually, right there when this last one finished, okay? I like this. Now, something I want to kind of show you guys about the system. This is nice green and full. You see how this yellow is kind of coming up, but then price action comes really below. That for me, I like those. And so let's say we're going to put a stop. So now for a buy, right? Your stop goes here, right? We can put it in that channel. That's our play. Stop means it's going to catch us and open up our order. I gotta get going here soon. Okay, it's tagged us in. So now that it's tagged us in, okay, our stop loss is the last pivot point plus some. Okay, so yes, essentially our stop loss is $5,000. Okay, and a take profit. Now I'm gonna put this up a little bit high, okay, because I want to show you guys something. So we're gonna let this roll. Oh, did I press play? Okay. And now we're watching. Okay, it's going to fill in that gap. See how we went negative. Okay. Now, here we are. We're at $3,500. Okay, we got in here at 8 o'clock, went up, came down. Now it's 10 o'clock on August 26, 2025. This is in our rules, okay? You made some money, close position, come to partial close, and now it's, do you want to close 5 of 5, okay? This is where you start learning to take profit, okay? Taking your money, say, no, I don't want to close 5 of 5, but I do want to close 3 of my 5, leaving me 2. So then if we partially close that position, okay, means I've got 2 left. I'm going to take this stop loss now, and I'm going to bring this into profit or break even. Because I don't want this to come down in some craziness and tap me out, because the market is manipulated 100%. Okay, now worst case scenario, I'm only going to walk away with $300 if that comes back down. Okay, if it comes up to here where I'm hoping it does, right? There we go. Fill in the gap. Snipers are on the move. Oh, there it is. Hit it. Okay. Doesn't matter what it is. You can change your symbols. You can go to whatever you want. You can go to US 30. Okay. Pick random bar. Anything you want. Okay. Crypto has, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter what it is. Okay. NASDAQ. Okay. Again, same thing. Random bar. Okay. And just plain watching your snipers, slowing it down, getting used to putting your stops, your stop losses, and moving from there. Okay, so you guys understand where all the buy and sell buttons are at. You understand what a stop is. Okay, we don't use limits, we don't use market orders, we use buy stops and sell stops. Okay, once you want to get out of that, and you just come into here, you leave. Sometimes I've been in bar replay not realizing it, and I'm looking at the charts and I'm like, what's going on? What is this? Why does this all look not like what it did yesterday? It's probably because you're still in bar replay. So one thing that is really important is you can actually go and play that bar replay step by step. Something that I didn't necessarily say, but something you can do. So this is 15-minute. Got this here. Okay, you can play right here, forward 1. Okay, so I forgot to mention that. So that way you're controlling, okay, what it is, instead of having to press pause, okay, and over and over and over again. But all that being said, if you don't want to use real money, you want to practice your system, you want to practice your skills, and do paper trading, obviously, because paper trading is in the moment. This is where you get it. This is where you get it in, okay? Especially practicing whatever time frames that you're looking to do. See the magnitude of the movement of this system. Goodness gracious, that kind of just hits me every time. I'm like, man, follow the system, follow the rules, trust the system, trust Kevin. Man, he has given us an amazing, amazing gift. And so, but that's all I got. Please put any questions you have in the comments, and I'll try and get to them if there's something that I missed, something you'd like to see, or questions you have, and we'll see if I can make another one.